Isn't she pretty? Truly the angel's best. Boy, I'm so happy. We have been heaven.
Hi beauties, welcome back to my channel. So today's tutorial is going to be the makeup look that I did for my maternity photo shoot. I haven't showed any of the pictures yet on my social media sites and such, but I'll just kind of include some in here so you guys can see, and then after this video goes up, I of course will be posting those. I did post one particular shot of basically just the full face, like a zoom in for you guys to see. And then if you want to see how to achieve this look, as always, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Comment down below if you have any questions and subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. And I'll talk to you in my next one. Bye!
So the first thing, as usual, I'm just taking my MAC Painterly paint pot and priming the entire eyelid. Then from the Morphe 350 palette, I'm taking this white shade and placing it all over the entire eye. You guys see that I do this all the time. It's just basically to act as a base to help with further blending. And then I'm going to take this transition shade and buff it into the crease area, bringing it up towards the brow bone. This I'm going to be taking various shades of like this orange type and just basically amping up the color little by little. Next, with this even deeper shade, I'm going to be placing it basically in the same type of area, but a little more defined into that crease. This way we can just make it more contoured and more emphasis on that particular area. When using multiple shades, it's important to continue blending, so it's going to feel like you're just sitting there forever and blending, but that's what's going to create the look to look flawless. As you can see, I just picked up an even deeper orange shade, and this time I'm going to be placing the crease, but also that outer V area, so we could also start to deepen that up so it could make the eye appear larger. Now with this reddish brown shade, I'm taking a more defined, as you can see, like a pointier type of brush because I really want to focus mainly on that outer V corner. And lastly, I'm taking an even deeper brown shade and just smoking out that outer corner. Then for the lids, we're going to be taking this like pearlized champagne type of shade. It has a little bit of pink in it. And we're just going to be packing that on the entire lower lid. You want to make sure you don't get too close to that outer V because that would of course just diffuse the smokiness of it. Next, I'm going to be spraying that same brush and going into this rose gold shade, and this is by Bobbi Brown, and I'm just going to be packing it right above that champagne shade that we previously applied because I wanted to have a slight type of pink sheen to it, so this of course did that for the color. Then as per usual, you guys know I just stick to a pretty basic wing, especially when you're going to be taking photographs for your wedding day or maternity shoots. You want to make sure you keep it pretty simple and something that's going to look timeless. So I just took my NYC liquid eyeliner in black and just created a small wing. For the highlighting and concealing, I'm using my tried and true Kat Von D concealer, and I'm just placing that all on the high points and then taking this by MAC, it's a light boost, and applying it all over my nose, my forehead. Like I said, all those key areas that you would normally highlight that you would bring focus to the face. Now taking the NARS concealer in the Cocoa, it's actually a stick concealer. This is what I tend to use for contouring the face when I want to add some creams. It's super easy to blend because it is a concealer, and it's just the perfect shade to add a little more definition to the face and of course not be too overbearing. When you're doing photo shoots, you want to apply a cream and then of course top it with a powder. This way it could be set all day long. I love to use this combo, of course not on a daily basis because it's a bit long of a process, but definitely for photo shoots or special occasions, it works out perfectly and it makes your skin look really luminous and dewy. And you're of course going to want to blend out all of those creams and liquids that you applied. I'm using the larger side of the Beauty Blender, of course damp, for the contour shade, and then the pointed side to blend out all of the highlight shade. This is just going to make sure you're not mixing them, so make sure you're using one on each end. This way none of the colors get mixed together and ruin all of the hard work that you put in on specifically placing them. Now taking my Mercier eye brightening powder, I'm going to be setting all of the highlighted areas on the face. And then for the rest of the face that we didn't of course add highlight, I'm just taking my Chanel translucent powder and applying that all over those other areas. Next for contouring, I'm using Fawn by the Anastasia Contour Kit and just placing that all in our cheekbones, nose, forehead, all of those specific areas that we, of course, cream highlighted. Next, I'm taking Whisper of Gilt to highlight all the key points of the face now. I'm so sorry that I keep using this even though it's limited edition. The other one that I love is from the Mary Luminizer, the Balm, but I unfortunately cracked that one and haven't got a chance to repurchase. So I've just kind of been using this one all the time, and once again, sorry it's limited edition. And for my blush, I'm using MAC Stereo Rose. This also may be a limited edition, but I'm not sure, but a very pretty dupe for it is by Deep Throat by NARS. That's also a beautiful blush, and it's very similar to this shade. Next, for my inner rim, I'm going to be taking this pencil from Tarte, and we're going to be placing it, of course, in our inner rim. This is going to make the eyes appear larger, and when you're being photographed, of course, that is what you want. This way the emphasis can be on the eyelashes and everything. As you guys can see here, I did already apply my false lashes, so we went ahead and did that already. And then I'm just taking that brown shade and buffing it into the lower lash line to, of course, finish up the look. And then for the inner corners, I'm taking Whisper of Gilt once again. You can use any type of champagne shade and placing it in that inner corner. Now just to coat my lower lash line, I'm taking L'Oreal Telescopic. Since the brush is very thin, I feel like it's easy to get right in there. And then, of course, blending my false lashes with, of course, my natural ones. Then I'm just going to take the clips out of my hair. For that particular day, just kind of had one side tucked under my ear and swept to the back, and the other side just kept it in the front with loose curls. Then for my lips, I'm taking Kat Von D Bow and Arrow and applying that all over the lip area. And then to give it a little more highlight and make it a little bit lighter, I'm going to take the Anastasia liquid lipstick in Pure Hollywood and place that right in the center of the lips.
I can't believe what God has done through us. He's getting